So thank you so much for joining today and being in this center of love, meditation, inspiration. That's pretty much what it is. Like it's an inspirational moment together. And we have some input of this one and that one. And we're going to take a look at that, or using that also as parts of the prayer. Because prayer was really what this was focused on, like the prayer of the heart, you could say, the prayer, yeah. In fact, the burning heart or burning desire for contact with Source, that's like a beautiful thing to want, but then to sink this deep down into your withinness, and that it actually is happening, is where this is for. It's like, yeah, we're going to take some time to deeply sink into the place where prayer is. So it's not something you do, but it's really what you are. Like you are in prayer. When you're connected with your soul, you could say you are prayer. And that's a lovely way to look at it. And it's an achievable in a certain sense, achievable state to come to. But when I say achievable, then it looks like you're doing something, and no, that's not the case. So in other words, this is an exercise in receptivity, an exercise in infinite patience, and more qualities that you didn't know were connected to receiving prayer, because that's what you do. You want an answer to your prayer, but actually first you have to accept the prayer. You accept the state of prayer. And that's a lovely place. Now in the background you see Buddha. He was an example of this powerful prayer, you could say. He exemplified that in his demonstration in different ways, but look at the effect. It's unbelievable. It's like one mind, one savior saves the world, and in this case that is you, of course, you, the Buddha. So when I started reading this morning some part from Truth Unveiled of Joel Goldsmith, it came to me that he was talking about Buddha, about Shankara, about Jesus Christ, and about the master comes up, so the enlightened mind is present, and truth is demonstrated, unveiled, demonstrated in being. And then one way or another, it seems like this truth is covered with ideas, covered with doctrines, with dogma, with rules, with abstractions, with law, with violence, with look at this world. I mean, it's still going on. Okay, this is wonderful. Muhammad, he got a revelation, wonderful, enlightened, moments of enlightenment. It was really great. Now truth is covered. What happens? Start fighting each other, start using Muhammad as an excuse to attack your brother. Like that is not something that Muhammad, no Buddha, no Jesus ever said. No, it's like peace is peace. Peace is an experience that you share with your brother. It's not something you get. It's not something that that you fight for. It will never be achieved by sword. Now see, that's still a lesson to be learned. So here, in fact, you could see, even with Muhammad or with Buddha or with Jesus, like you see how that works. So there's one who has received an incredible amount of light in his awareness, and the next thing is trying to use that in a three-dimensional idea, in a three-dimensional world. What do you do with it? The same as what you do with anything in this world as a human being. You use it for power, for apparent power, because it isn't real power, for suppression, for attack, for murder. Like, this is really what fails the truth. Of course, truth is light, and human thinking is what darkness is what evil is what judgment is what murder is. So here you have it. Like, you see how easily truth can be covered, and you say, like, well, I hope that's not happening when I'm, when I'm doing that. You're doing it all the time. You're doing that all the time. You allow this darkness. You value darkness. You value the values of the world. What are the values of the world? Well, in fact, it comes down to what I just shared. It's like it's going to be using this light that you have received to attack the world, to attack your brother. Well, if that isn't dark, then I don't know what it is. So that's the the human part is like a human being, so to speak. A human being cannot use light in his own benefit. It's just impossible, because light is not there to be used and or to be done, or to be done something with. It's like, no, it is in fact in humility receiving it and extending it. In your receptance of it, you extend it. In you allowing yourself to feel the love of God, the realization, the truth being unveiled in you, that extends to everyone. There's no doing connected to that. And that's really beautiful. So Buddha is a great example of that. Shankara is a great example of that. Jesus Christ is a great example of that. You are a beautiful example of that. So we're going to listen now to, well, let's start with Buddha's prayer. Buddha came up with a metta, and loving kindness prayer, apparently. And that came to me this morning when I was asking, like, what prayer shall I use for today? Like, how is that supposed to look? And here was the prayer of Buddha. Now, this is great. So I'm expressed or focalized by a dear friend. So thank you so much.
My heart fills with loving kindness. I love myself. May I be happy. May I be well. May I be peaceful. May I be free. May all beings in my vicinity be happy. May they be well. May they be peaceful. May they be free. May all beings in my city be happy. May they be well. May they be peaceful. May they be free. May all beings in my state be happy. May they be well. May they be peaceful. May they be free. May all beings in my country be happy. May they be well. May they be peaceful. May they be free. May all beings on my continent be happy. May they be well. May they be peaceful. May they be free. May all beings in my hemisphere be happy. May they be well. May they be peaceful. May they be free. May all beings on planet Earth be happy. May they be well. May they be peaceful. May they be free. May my parents be happy. May they be well. May they be peaceful. May they be free. May all my friends be happy. May they be well. May they be peaceful. May they be free. May all my enemies be happy. May they be well. May they be peaceful. May they be free. May all beings in the universe be happy. May they be well. May they be peaceful. May they be free. If I have hurt anyone, knowingly or unknowingly, in thought, word, or deed, I ask for their forgiveness. If anyone has hurt me knowingly or unknowingly in thought, word, or deed, I extend my forgiveness. May all beings everywhere, whether near or far, whether known to me or unknown, be happy. May they be well. May they be peaceful. May they be free.
Alright, so we continue. Got this right. Okay, so we continue with some of the expressions that I read this morning. Like I put it on the website too, but it's great to use in this moment together as an form of inspiration. And this is given by Joel Goldsmith. And I love to use that. Click, there we are. Okay, so Joel shares, and I use this here with the idea of unveiling the truth. Unveiling as an activity in consciousness, unveiling the truth is in fact getting everything out of the way for truth to emerge in your consciousness. Because it's already there. It's not that now suddenly it is there. No, but it will come to you. It's not that you can grab it or that you can... No, by you letting go of your ideas about yourself, about, say, entertaining ideas of darkness and limitation. Suddenly there's space in your consciousness. And that can first become like a light experience as an holy instant, or suddenly it can be a revelation or an impartation or a moment of ascension or even resurrection. Like these are parts of your consciousness opening, development, opening. You get used to practicing in a different way, surrendering deeper into the light and love that is given, not being afraid of it anymore, or being totally afraid of it anymore, but that doesn't stop you from opening up. These kind of, say, processes are taking place. Now Jesus here, Joel says, unveiled the truth, and then it was veiled again, and has remained so, except in isolated instances and with very small groups. Egypt knew this truth several thousand years before Christ. So you see that this veiling, this covering it up again with world beliefs is a temptation that kept repeating in human history. But here, so Jesus unveiled the truth. He became the expression of truth because there was literally nothing else in the way for that to be expressed in his consciousness. So as the interesting part is then, like I said in the beginning too, it's like it is not about doing. So it is about being, and this is something very unknown to your human instincts, you could say. It's like you think, you can consider things in your mind, you can look at things, you can compare things, you can research things, and you think that you are still separated from what you actually are thinking. Now this comes together, in fact, as a cause and effect collapse. That comes together in which you literally recognize that you become the thought. You cannot think a thought without becoming it. And this is for true thoughts as well as for human thoughts. Like an example here is this, is like when you are feeling separated, you literally are all the separation in the whole universe. See, it's like you have a thought about separation. You become that. It's literally the whole universe will reflect back to you what you are thinking. And so this is an essential step in awakening, of course, that you recognize that this principle is happening. The same when you are joyful and happy, you become all the joy and happiness in the whole universe, and you will see that reflected and wherever you look, in fact. So not that this reflection has a reality, no, but the principle is the same. It's like you become what you think. You're not separated from what you think. So to have considerations and that move in different directions are chaotic, you literally become all the chaos in the universe with no laws, nothing really. This is a bit shortcut in the expression of it as I do it, but we will come back to it in one of the other expressions that will come up. So this is important. Now, connecting with truth, you could say, connecting with truth is you getting out of the way with your ideas about what truth is and letting truth be revealed to you as a revelation, as an intuition, as a light, as a love extension, as a forgiveness moment, which you give up your vision of what is happening. So here's where the true change occurs. It's like you, in fact, open up your spiritual vision. And the spiritual vision is very temporal, because the spiritual vision will show you that what you were thinking is not what it appears to be. There's an alternative. Now, this moment of recognition of using your spiritual vision, Christ vision, whatever you want to call it, is short, because it immediately, pretty fast, like it goes into the experience of the reality that you now say can receive, because you're not blinded by human perception. Now this might sound a little conceptual when I say it like this, but it is the same principle. It's like you become literally what you see, what you think, what you become. So if you look beyond this illusion with your spiritual eye, what happens? You come into the realm of knowing. That is not a huge step. No, then suddenly everything starts to make sense. And you come into the direct expression of yourself, you could say, because you have no ideas about yourself anymore. You don't value or you don't identify with the things that you are thinking any longer. These thoughts become of less interest, you could say, totally to the background. But what is given you is the direct experience of you being this light, you being the extension of this light, you be expressing or being that freedom that you are literally feeling. So that's why this spiritual vision is temporal. It doesn't take long, and then you're open for revelation, for entering into the realm of knowing. So this happened to all the ones that I'm presenting today, including you, of course. So, because it did happen. It did happen. It is realized in you. The examples I use here just exemplify that for you. Gautama the Buddha, here he is. Gautama the Buddha revealed this truth. But then again it was lost. While he was still living on earth, it was already lost. And there you go with your Buddhistic tradition, bringing it into form, bringing it into rules, into hierarchies, into limitation again, human limitation. Thinking that you're doing the right thing, so you become the right thing in your dream of yourself. You become the right thing because you think you do the right thing. This is so great. So that's why when I read this, I felt so much compassion and love for Buddha. I had no idea. It's like, wow, that is amazing. I didn't expect that to happen. And then that inspired me to look for a prayer, a Buddha prayer. It's like I don't think I ever read a Buddha prayer. And then this Buddha prayer came up. It's like, yeah, it's great to be open and receive, like feel the love for Buddha. What is that but the love for yourself, the love for your neighbor, the love for everyone, in fact. But let yourself be guided by this deep sense of love that suddenly you receive. Where do you think that is coming from? What do you think that can bring into this world? Not to make it real into this world, no, to shine it into this world, and have every cornerstone lifted up, in fact, where there was a hidden secret, or where there was a conflict, or where there was a tragedy that was played out. Like this light will dispel all that. This love that you feel and that you look for the expression of it. This is what I felt today. It's like the urge, the deep desire to express this love in a way was almost killing me. It's like I so wanted to express that. I felt that. I was like, what incredible. I don't know what to do with that. And then there was a way to express it in a certain sense. Like there's a way given, even for that. It all falls into place. Everything is being used for healing. How wonderful is that? What a lovely idea. And now I become that lovely idea. Just like you become that lovely idea. So it's like, wow. Wait, here Buddha was 500 years before Christ. So now here approximately 700 years later, after Buddha, Shankara rediscovered the truth in Buddha's teaching. He was actually reading what it said. Up till that point, 700 years later, it didn't happen yet. But Shankara did it. He actually could read what it said. He could feel the truth. He could express the truth. And he revealed it. And it was called Advaita. The only remnant of this teaching today is in one ashram located in India. This is what Joel said in 1960 or 58 or 63, something like this. This ashram is dedicated to the Advaita and safely be called the depository of unveiled truth. So probably is he linking that to Maharishi. That's what I think, because he had connections with Maharishi. So I will not say anything about that right now. Now Jesus discovered the truth and unveiled it, but it was lost rapidly after the crucifixion. About 100 years later, John rediscovered it and revealed it in the Gospel of John. See, that didn't take 700 years, luckily. But after the Gospel of John, it was still underground, say, extended to one another. And that worked apparently pretty good too. So now you can say, bring it back to today, here, right now, like the truth, the attempts to cover the truth, the tendency to do so is like way up high. Incredible. And like if you see that in Catholicism, if you see that in Protestantism, at least here in Europe. So if you see that in in the Muslim tradition, if you see that in you name it, like in the Hindu tradition, in the Buddhistic tradition, all these are in fact covered. Like there's a whole strategy, even a caste system built for billions of people, believing in a caste system where no individual from the lower caste can ever come to a realization without going through the whole heap hop going up. Like that's an immense mistake, you could say, if you recognize that this is given to the one that wants to receive it. It's in fact given to everyone. Now this is a universal experience that is being offered. This universal experience is your heritage. It is your birthright. It is everyone's birthright. It is not for some. No, it is everyone's birthright. Now that is, so there must be a reason, of course, why this is so covered. Well, we'll not go deeply into that now, because that's a different discussion, you could say, because unveiling it is where the pleasure is. Unveiling truth is in your consciousness, where an actual occurrence takes place. Resisting truth, we have plenty of examples of that. That's not necessary to really pay a lot of attention to. So the moment we come together here is then really to come into a state of prayer, to come to this light, to the light experience that is available to you by you getting out of the way. Now here is an expression, a joyful expression that I like to share.
C'est ton esprit qui est ma force, c'est ton esprit qui est ma grâce, ma nourriture, mon vin, mon eau. Je me repose dans ton esprit, je travaille dans ton esprit, et j'ouvre ma conscience afin que ton esprit puisse s'écouler vers tous ceux qui touchent ma conscience, afin que ton esprit soit libéré dans le monde.
And now, O Father, glorify me with thine own self, with the glory which I had with thee before the world was. I pray that God's glory will also lead the way to the inner unfoldment of the message. And now, O Father, glorify thou me with thine own self, with the glory which I had with thee before the world was. I pray that God's glory will also lead the way to the inner unfoldment of the message.
I am a nightingale, and I am here to hail the name of the Lord. I found love, love found me. Now I see that love is free. Completely, love is free. Praise the Lord, praise the Lord. Love is free for you and me. Praise the name of the Lord. Praise the name of the Lord. Amen.
Thank you so much for sending that, for sharing that. So this is great. And so one prayer is left for today. So we're going to take time to undergo that prayer too. So I'm going to share that with you now. Yes, thank you so much for sharing that. Entering deeper into something that brings all this together, that we are, say, giving to one another today. What I mean with that is let's take time to feel that and to undergo it, to receive it. And for that I will share some music, just as an almost like an atmosphere where you can relax and not be that your attention is not attracted to anything, and to go within and to relax deeply into that. So that is the becoming the prayer, you could say. That was what I shared. Like becoming the prayer is what is happening. You become the whole idea of prayer when you become that still, and getting out of the way with your ideas and with your concerns and with anything that you could possibly think about anything. So now you recognize I am what I'm thinking, and this is something that's going to come to me. I'm receiving the thoughts of God, like I'm receiving that I cannot think of with my human mind, but I'm definitely able to receive it. It is everyone's birthright. It's your heritage. So let's claim it by not doing anything.